S.O.A.P is our daily study of the Bible, featuring a scripture, an observation, an application, and a prayer. Good morning. Today's Saturday, March 13th. I'm Tom Tracy, and this is your daily S.O.A.P. Our scripture for today is Luke chapter 1, verses 3 and 4. Having carefully investigated everything from the beginning, I also have decided to write an accurate account for you, most honorable Theophilus, so you can be certain of the truth of everything you were taught. The observation is, have you researched? And the application, if you've ever heard me preach or watched a number of these videos, you've heard me say it. And just in case you haven't, I'll say it again right now. Don't take my word for it. Research it on your own. Look it up. Check it out. Make sure that what I'm telling you is right. In this passage, we have Luke, who is a doctor, saying that he had researched everything that he's about to share with Theophilus. He didn't just take everyone's word for it. He dug in. He went deep and found the facts for himself. He made sure that everything that he was about to share was accurate. He didn't just hear it and believe it. He didn't allow anything that wasn't verified into his account. He made certain it was true and accurate. Now here's the question. Do we do the same? Week after week, we sit in church and we hear the pastor preach and we go to Bible studies and we listen and we even contribute. But are we really paying attention to what it is that's being said? Are we validating and verifying for ourselves that everything is true and right? When you don't, you wind up with the Jim Joneses of the world. You wind up with those who take theology and twist it just enough to suit their own purposes. We have a responsibility to dig in ourselves, to understand what it is that we're being taught, and make sure that what we're learning is true. A lot of people just simply rely on the words of others, and they don't validate what's being told. I have heard time and again where people have quoted theology incorrectly because they didn't bother to research it, but they heard it from someone else, and that person had all of the right titles and all of the right positions, and they just assumed that everything was right. But it wasn't. We have the responsibility to feed ourselves. We can't just sit and live off of the food that's handed to us from others. We can't just allow our spiritual man to be fed by the words of other people unless we've validated and verified it on our own, for ourselves. Now, before anybody says that we shouldn't listen to others, that's not what I'm saying. In fact, that's a great way to learn. My point is, if we're not learning to feed ourselves, we're going to eventually starve. We have to be able to dig in and find the spiritual food that we need to sustain us on our own, without relying solely on the works of others. Our prayer for today, Father, help us to seek you and our own understanding and verify that what we hear from others is true. I trust that the Lord has spoken to you through this message today. If so, hit like and share and send it to a friend. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you here again tomorrow. Have a great day. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and check us out. Surf around, and if you like what you see, do me a favor and mash that subscribe button and hit the bell.